This would be my 1.0 mock draft after free agency, where we saw, some movement. Had teams like, the Saints and Chiefs here, picked 8 and 9, who I originally would have had Jeremiah Love coming to one of these two teams, but, he will probably be taken at 4, to be honest. I assume number 1's the pick. We're all gonna, think Mendoza. They need a quarterback. He's the only good quarterback, in my opinion, in this entire draft class. Number 2, Jets. I mean, let's look at the analysis. Some people got Bain, Downs. Downs is just, like, in my opinion, he's the best player in the draft. So, any team would be lucky to have him, but I'm going to go Reese. Now, the Cardinals, from what I've seen, my research, I know they want Fano. I could also see them go Mauigoa from Miami, but I'm going to have them take Fano here. This is an interesting one. The Titans, like I said earlier, I think they go Love, but I could see them go Bain. But for this, I'm going to put Love. Giants, I've heard a lot between Styles and Downs. Due to their signing of Tremaine Edmonds, I feel like Downs would be a better fit here because they need to get a guy who's, on the third level, calling plays. He's like a field general, right? Like a lot of people have called him quarterback of the defense, so I think we're going to go Downs here at 5. The Browns, I've heard they want Mauigoa from Miami this whole time, so we're going to go him. The Commanders, this is interesting. I feel like they would go Styles, but seeing Ruben Bain here at 7, I feel like they'll just, take him and not think twice. The Saints have something promising in Tyler Shuck. I feel like they're going to want to get him another weapon and go Carnell Tate. The Chiefs are just going to, say they're going to get someone at 9. They're just going to thank whoever gives it to them, right? So I feel like, they need a corner. They just traded McDuffie. So I think we're going to go Mansour Delane here. 10. Bengals is interesting, right? Because, they just let Trey Hendrickson go to their division rival, the Ravens. So you could see them go David Bailey here. A lot of people would disagree and have David Bailey go maybe to like 2 to the Jets or 4, or 7, right? But in my opinion, I think he's not that good of a prospect. His change of direction is not very good, and I think Styles would be a better fit here. Let's look at the analysis. They have Peter Woods. I think Peter Woods is going to start to fall. Just not much on his front lately. It's probably just draft fatigue, but I feel like Styles had a great combine. He's going to rise up, so we're going to have him go number 10. Now the Dolphins need a lot of help on the offensive side of the ball, right? All they have is HN. They could go corner here like McCoy, because that's what would have had them go before the Waddle trade yesterday. But we're going to go Mekhi Lemon here. Now the Cowboys are just going to go, thank you, David Bailey. I feel like they would go Styles if he's there. They have Delane here, Falk, but David Bailey is a much better option, so we're going to go David Bailey. Now, the Rams, I could see them go Jermon McCoy to really, fix that entire corner room, which would be a nasty corner trio of McDuffie. And, Forbes was good too, right? Like, Forbes was solid against everyone except for JSN, but you know what? We're going to have him go McCoy here. I think that would be a good pick. The Ravens need Zay Flowers is good, but he's not a 1 in my opinion. A 1, you got to take over the game, right? It's like Zay Flowers is not going to take over a game for you, so we're going to go Jordan Tyson. Now, the Bucks. The Bucks is an interesting one, right? Because a lot of people have him going edge. Some people have linebacker like Sonny Styles. He's not there here. Delane's not there either. But we're going to have them go CJ Allen because he's the closest thing to Styles as a true Mike linebacker. Now, 16 to the Jets. This is where I think Peter Woods could start to go. I could see Peter Woods go as early as 10 or something. Like, he might even not even go in the first round at this point, but I think we're going to have him go 16 here. The Lions, I feel like Monroe Freeling, this pick, would be a great option for them. Let's see, analysis. People have Fano, Mauigoa. So they actually have him going right tackle here. But I think a better option would be to go with Freeling here, right? Because I feel like Frailing's got the. We saw his combine, right? Like we saw this Mississippi State. He was unstoppable, right? Like played a lot of left tackle. So Frailing, okay, and then the Vikings. The Vikings. Harrison Smith is just retired, so we're gonna get the closest thing to Dylan Thieneman here. Now the Panthers could use another pass catcher for Bryce Young, so we're going to have Kenyon Sadiq go here. The Cowboys, who we had them take David Bailey earlier, they could, get something like a corner, so we're going to have them go Avion Terrell here. Now the Steelers can be interesting for someone like Ty Simpson, but I think as of my recording this on the 18th, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to play next season, so I feel like they're going to wait to see how it goes. So I think we're going to have him protect the edge with someone like Cannon Proctor here. Now the Chargers, I feel like the Chargers are going to want to protect that IOL, like interior offensive line. Herbert was just destroyed last year, right? So we're just going to have him go Penn State guard here. Now the Eagles, I've heard a lot that they really like Omar Cooper Jr., but I feel like with the loss of Jalen Phillips, Kedrick Fall could slide in nicely there and replace his production. The Browns, we had him go Mauioa earlier, so we're going to have him go Omar Cooper Jr. I have a feeling the Browns are going to go one receiver, one offensive lineman. The Bears, I feel like we'll go Caden McDonald to go inside the interior of the defensive line. And then I think we're going to see another edge rusher go here in Caleb Banks. Now the 49ers, I originally had them going receiver, but then, they signed Mike Evans. Like, let's see receiver and Concepcion, but I feel like, Trent Williams is getting a little old. I think they're going to go with someone like Caleb Lamu here to try to get a younger edge protector. And then the Texans need offensive line. Pregnon from Oregon would be good to help solidify the interior. The Chiefs, this is an interesting pick here personally, but I think they're going to go with McNeil Warren from Toledo because Brian Cook, went to the Bengals. To try to replace him. And the Dolphins again, so we had them go Makai Lemon, so they're going to go corner here. Other Tennessee corner and Colton Hood. The Patriots, I feel like they need an offensive line. I've heard a lot of good talk about Blake Miller here, as him raising up going up the ranks here. And then at 32, I have a feeling that the Seahawks could maybe go with Howell, but Howell, people had a lot of concern about Ruben Baines' arm length. Howell's arms are even shorter than Ruben Baines. So I feel like Mesidor was a beast in the playoffs. So I have a feeling they're going to go Mesidor. And yeah, this is the official post-free agency mock draft. You see we got Mendoza 1, we got Love and Downs, a bit of a non-positional value here, going early, because I think they're just that good of players. But yeah,